Hello there guys, welcome back to another episode of Grassroots to Greatness with Newcastle United. Today we have a third round qualifier in the Europa League against a little old Greek side whose name I cannot remember at this second. So here is who's come in while I try and learn how to pronounce the name of the team we're going to play. First through the door was Chuba Akpom from Burnley. He cost us £17.75 million. He's had such a fantastic run at Burnley over the past few years, and he actually came second in the top goal scorers in the league last season, so it had to be done. He's just such an amazing player. Been here on loan a few years back from Arsenal, so knows the club. Moved to Burnley for 11, moved to us for 17.7. Looks a great player. He's had a very good World Cup as well, a couple of goals for Nigeria over there, so he's got great stats, and I just really, he can play on the left as well, which is important. You'll see why going forwards in the video a little bit later on, but I think he's just got what we need. He's 26, I know he's Nigerian, but he's a domestic player because obviously he came through the ranks at Arsenal and so on and so forth. He's light-hearted, he's got good stats, he's quick, he's strong, he's not tall, but he's a decent height, got good heading, good jumping ability. I think he could be a real, key part of going forwards with Newcastle. £3.6 million from West Ham is all Gareth Bale cost, and he had a very good season last year. He just played one season at City and one season at West Ham. He's come to us, he's on a lot of money, but I really think he could do well. It's kind of like when we took Ronaldo to Inter Milan. He's that that world-class senior player that we had with Ronaldo at Inter. He's obviously come from a very similar background, both been at Real Madrid, both moved on, both advancing in years. I think Ronaldo was 35 when we signed him. Bale's got a couple of years on him, but still his stats are great. Obviously his acceleration, his pace are going down, and his stamina, but he is still a world-class player. He spent a lot of last season in this position, and he's very natural there, so that's probably where he's going to be involved, for us when he is involved, as well as, of course, his preferred left-sided position as well. Holger Witry, or possibly because he's Norwegian. Is he Norwegian? Hang on a minute. Yep. For a second there, I went blank and thought that wasn't a Norwegian flag, like an idiot. It may be Witry, but I'm going to say Helga Witry. Yeah, Helga Witry. It sounds like I have a speech impediment and trying to say Witry, so we'll go with Helga Witry. Former Southampton player, 28 goals in 102 games for them. I brought him because I like him as a prospect going forwards. He's not at a standard yet. May get loaned out as well. I'm just going to put it out there now. He may get loaned out, so keep that in mind. You may not see him much for the first season, maybe even the second season, but first full season and second season. Great finishing stats, good acceleration, good pace. Off the ball is very, very good. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him going forward. Sorry guys, I got a bit short of breath there. Looking forward to seeing him develop for us going forwards. Now, I'm not happy about this little situation here with this shirt. He's one of the ones where I think the shirt hasn't been removed, which is understandable. There's thousands of different hairstyles, I think, in this pack. And already, God, his stats are going down. That's a bit worrying. They should start lifting up again once he gets into the training regime. But we signed Mr. Sean Goodwin from Middlesbrough, which was obviously not a massively popular decision. He cost us £23.5 million, but he looks fantastic. He looks very, very good, and he's a local lad, right-sided midfielder, attacking right-sided midfielder, rated already better than Ibe, so You know, he could go forwards and do a really good job. Is he actually local? I wonder. Get off. No, Halifax. So he's not like Middlesbrough or Newcastle or Sunderland born or Hartlepool, wherever around there. He's Halifax, but still, he's come through at Middlesbrough. He lives in the area already, hasn't had to move or anything. So I'm hoping it's just a very easy transition for him from Middlesbrough to Newcastle. Now we enter the realms of the future of the club. So this is Liam Chettle, and we signed him for £375,000 from Mansfield. And he may not look great, okay, and that may only be 3. But when I did my hot prospects search, I did a couple in the UK and a couple in Europe and all this and the other, and I did a couple in the competitions as well. This guy came up on all of them, and they were like, he may, and of course underlining the word may, be worth a punt. So that's what we've done. We've taken a punt. He's only 5'5", God bless him, he's a little dinky fella, but he could go on to be a very good player. And some of these signings you're going to see, you're going to think, why have you done this? Why have you brought these players that are sort of 21, 22, that aren't playing many games for their club? Because those of you who follow me, there's a lot of new subs, and to you guys I welcome you, and you may be a little bit confused as to why I buy players that aren't exactly looking great. I'm a firm believer in bringing players in that I feel personally could develop well, and that's part of the challenge for me. It's not going off what everybody thinks and what everybody says in terms of staff. It's also using my own judgment with the stats. And I like his first touch. I like his dribbling. I like his technique, his flair, his off the ball. Work on the other stats and obviously work on those as well. And you could create something. And I'm one of these people who thinks the players develop a lot better when they play. You know, whether they're not good enough. You'll hear me say this is our bravery test sometimes when putting these players in, and what that means is sometimes you have to risk it to make a great player. Back a few years ago, I spoke about this the other day, but a few years ago I had a left back and a right back come into my team. I think we were in the conference with Hinckley at the time, and I remember the video, I think it was the first time I ever used the term bravery test, and I was like, guys, we're down on numbers, these two have come in, they're alright, they're not great, let's give them a go. And they both came with me from the conference or whatever level it was all the way to the Premier League and played for England. You know, because they were just playing week in, week out. They were crap at times. They were cocking up left, right and centre. They were frustrating me, but we stuck with them, and it just became that thing. And people were like, replace them. And I was like, no, we'll keep going with them and see how far we can take them. They were basically 2 Gary Nevilles, not the best player in the world, but had the determination of a goddamn dog chasing a car. And they were fantastic for me. But anyway, I'm digressing. James Spencer has come in, 21 years of age, from Derby County, and £3.4 million tempted him away from Derby, or tempted Derby to part with him. And again, I think he's going to be a very good player as he moves along. My scouts were very much like, yeah, sign him. He's going to do something. He's going to be someone. It's down to him ultimately, of course, but I do like the look of him. I like his stats. I like his attitude. When he joined, he was like, he was buzzing to get going. Whether or not I will use him as a centre back or a left back, I don't know. He's accomplished as a left back. Sorry, I think I just caught the freaking pop filter again. I really need to move my microphone into a much better position. I apologise. He was playing at left back a lot for Derby, so I don't know. We'll see what we do. But it'd be interesting to see which role he develops into better. He's naturally a centre back, but he does play rather well at left back by all accounts. When I first saw Adam Richardson, I had a little bit of a thought of David Beckham. He looks very Beckham-esque to me. He's 22 now. He's been at Swansea for a while. Just look at his history. He started out at Bournemouth, moved to Swansea, and he's not been involved a lot. But my scouts, once again, were just like, get him. sign him, work with him, he could become somebody. So we're going to work with him, and he may become somebody. I kind of, with him, I think 22's a bit late, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to put a bit of trust in my coaches, because I was sort of looking at him. He was part of a scouting list, and I was umming and ahhing, and there were about 4 other Premier League teams that were interested, so I thought, you know what, we'll go in. If somebody else gets in, fair enough. But he decided to come here. We offered him the lowest wage out of all of us, I think, but he decided to come here. So, we'll work with him. We'll try and do something with him. If it doesn't work, we'll move him on. I'm sure we'll be able to get a couple of million back for him easily. Calvin Young, goalkeeper, second in command to Jesper Lund now. Former Norwich player, former Coventry. I think he was Coventry on loan. Let's have a look. Oh, just look on here. It's just easier. Went out on loan to a couple of clubs. Been at Norwich. We've picked him up for £1.9 million. I think his stats speak for themselves. He looks like he could grow into a world-class goalkeeper. Played a couple of under-21 international games. So hopefully, we'll be able to work with him and he'll be able to progress. And when Jesper Lund inevitably gets snapped up by a bigger team, hopefully Calvin can step in and be Newcastle's number 1. Ibrahim Koulibaly. Now, this guy, he cost us 425 grand and he's 20 years of age. He's got 1 international appearance for Burkina Faso. So this is the one that I feel may flop. Okay. This was kind of a... Sorry, my dog is manoeuvring himself a lot tonight. He's very restless. I think all the Christmas festivities and New Year festivities are getting a little bit excitement for him. But yeah, anyway, back to this. Koulibaly was one that a couple of my scouts both brought up, and they were like, they weren't like signing whatever. They were like, he could be worth a go. So I thought, well, I'll instruct Mark Overmars to, approach them and sort out a deal, and then I can reject it for one. And I thought, for 425k, it's a minor risk for the money we're making. So we've gone with him. What will he do? I don't know. He's up for loan, so that may help. That'll help him if he can get a good loan move. Joel Nakpa, Ivory Coast International, signed from Club Bruges for £14.2 million. I like this guy. I like him a lot. He can play left back, left wing back, left midfield, and attacking left midfield. So he's got a lot of strings to his bow, and I think he's going to be a very, very good acquisition for us. When I first signed him, I actually signed him to play in this position, but it turns out his best position is obviously the left back. But I've noticed sometimes the scouts get it the wrong way round. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, but he was also being played in that position at Club Bruges, so I don't know. But we'll work with him, we'll do what we do, and we'll see where he goes. This guy, whose name I'm not going to attempt to say, we signed him from start in Norway for 230k, and we actually signed him for less than they brought him for. They brought him for 300k, and we actually picked him up very cheaply, so I'm happy with that, very happy with that. He's an Icelandic international now, 20 years of age, and his stats are brilliant. He's another one, I can take no credit for this guy. He's one that my scout spotted and was like, I think you should sign him. I looked at his stats and I thought they're good stats, and they can, we work with him, he can get even better. So that's why he's here, that's why we spent the money on him, and that is it for the incoming. Right, let's crack on with this. This video is going to go way over. It's going to be a case of we're going to finish the game and have our chat and go. That's going to be it. Right, Young, you're going to have to come in and play because Jesper Lund is injured. Let's hit this bad boy and see who you pick. So it's gone with Goodwin on the wing. So Young in goal, Janmaat, Denier. Oh, that's interesting. It's put Munoz in the middle. That's interesting. Napka Dahoy Aggers in. Good, because we promised him more first team football. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And then there's quite a few players that aren't available, which is our mistake. Why? Oh, because he's nowhere near fit. Right, so yeah, I'm happy with that. And he hit instant result then. Awkward. Let's get in there. Gareth Bale, number 11. You can have that, son. You can be number 13. At Palm, number 10. You can have the number 4. 20. I'm not. These will probably change, but I'm just in case I don't change them, I'll just give the numbers roughly relevant to where I feel they would be. Certain numbers I won't give to certain positions. It's a bit bizarre, really. We've still got goals on from the last game. I apologise massively, guys, for this video length. It's ridiculous. Okay, so let's see how we do away against these bad boys. Interesting for Young, thrown in at the deep end. First game for the club as a Europa League qualifier. And they're on us straight off the bat. Look at them going. Van der Linden. Uh-oh, they've scored. Oh my days. Maxim Volodko with an opening goal after just 5 freaking minutes. Oh, look at that. Vanet, oh, that's poor defending. And that is woeful goalkeeping from the young keeper. But, you know, we're not going to hold it against him. His early days. I mean, I'm not. This is going to sound like I'm being really cocky, but as long as we don't get absolutely hammered here, which would be ridiculous for one, go on, send him. Send the number 8. Or just run it yourself and get a corner, whatever. But I feel that. Oh, Agger, so close. I feel that we could overturn this deficit at home easily, but I would much prefer not having to worry about doing that, if you know what I mean. Well done. Oh, go on, Klaasen. Go on, Goodman. Goodwin, even goal getting. Jordan Ibe, get in. Set up by Goodwin. Sean Goodwin instantly starting to repay back that hefty fee. Great ball across. Ibe there with a great volley. There's a lot of their defenders around, so he did well to get to that. You know, obviously, we're these boys that we've brought in are still trying to gel. Oh, he's done him there brilliantly. Great ball. They're knocking it around very, very nicely, this Greek side. Go on. Go on, young man. Oof. That would have ripped the net off if that had been on target. It would have ripped the net. Oh, sorry, I hit the microphone. I'm scratching my corner of my eye. I have an itch. Come on. Klaasen, good save from the keeper. Goodwin with the corner, sends it in, and Deniers. Oh, Denier, it was Diaz, I think, for them. He cleared it. Come on, send it straight back down the throat. Go on, Ibe. Agger. Oh, goal surely. Oh, what a save. Their keeper is on one. Oh, man, we are really piling it on now, aren't we? They're going to score, though. They're going to get a second here. It's coming. It is coming. Oh, good save from Young. Maybe for the cameras that it looked as if it was probably going wide, but still fair play to him. Boost his confidence a bit, hopefully. That's it. Now run. Goodwin's on it. Go on, Gooders. Oh, well done. Oh, damn. I thought he was going to do his man. I thought we had a Othello moment coming on. Go on. Send it back in. Get in, Klaasen. 2-1. We had a shaky start, but we appear to be getting a much firmer grip on this game now. We should be beating these teams easily. No disrespect to them, but we should. And if we carry on doing this sort of thing, cutting through them the way we are, then we should be able to take this victory in our stride almost. You know, just sort of stroll through it. But their goalkeeper has been in inspired form. hasn't he? He's been superb. Fair play to him. Gareth Bale's definitely going to get a run out in this match. Definitely. Barring any mass injuries or sendings off that could possibly happen. Oh, Munoz. Was that in off the bar? Yeah, that looked like it was in. It's his first ever goal for us. Wow. Have a look at that. Good win. Munoz rises. Oh, keeper nearly got to it. I'm going to have a look at that goalkeeper. He's probably just like one of the, grade outstanding players. He's probably a shady player, as I call them. But he looks very, very good. What's happened to Islam? What? Did you see his hair? Did you see his hair? Will it show up on here? Look at his hair. He has gone from being a Goldilocks to having a full head of hair. He's had the Wayne Rooney treatment. Right, let's get Gareth Bale on for Jordan Ibe. Diaz can come on for Klaassen and Akpom for new hairman. We'll just do that. We'll make those 3 changes. Oh wow, what a game at Aberdeen. Look at that. It is going off there. It is really going off. Janmat's been booked. Very quiet since the subs have come on. They've not had much to do at all. Come on. Get that ball off him. Harass them. It's a good ball, that. Well done, Munoz. Young. Back to Munoz, to Aga. Out to Janmat. Good win. Janmat. Sends it in. Akpom. Oh. So close. Who's this? Good win again. Go on, good win. Get there. Completely bypassed Janmat there. He just gave up, didn't he? He's like, nah, it's yours, mate. Bale into the area and is challenged fairly. Come on. I mean, look at that. We've had 23 shots now. Get in. A 3-1 win. Very pleasing. Very pleasing. Dodgy start, but very strong finish. And pleasingly, Anders Agger, who was begging for first team football, has got it and has got man of the match. I'm really pleased with that as well. Just very quickly now. Very, very quickly. I bet he's... Oh no, he's a real player. He's 35. I take my hat off to you, my friend. You were superb. You were superb. But guys, anyway, we're going to call it a day now because this video has dragged on massively. Thank you for watching. Please hit a like button if you're still enjoying the series. And guys, as always, pleasure being in your face. Bye-bye.